after Pastor Scott read Micah 7:7, I started reading that chapter, and the next two verses really hit me pretty hard. In fact, I really liked 8, but I realized I can't read it without 9. So just to remind you, I'll read verse 7 just to remind everybody what he read at the beginning. So verse 7 says, this is Micah 7:7. Therefore I will look unto the Lord, I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. I think I kind of get a little choked up with verse 8. Because if you really hear what it's saying, it's like, wow, this is so powerful. Rejoice not against me, O mine enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. I love this next part with the semicolon. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. So when you've fallen into that despair, or whatever that thing is, He's the light. Verse 9, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against Him, until He plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to light, and I shall behold His righteousness. And what really stuck out to me about that scripture is until He plead my cause. It's like there's a waiting and you have to really submit. You really actually can't. You have to be ready to fight, but you have to actually wait to fight. Those are not the same thing. There's scripture examples where Israel decided to go to war when God said not to go to war, and it didn't go well for them. So being prepared to fight doesn't mean you keep trying to fight. And the example that came to me as I was singing that song was very, very unpleasant to me, is I didn't realize when I was living in California before I moved out here, I didn't realize that my life and the life of everybody around me, my family, was in a holding pattern. I was stopping things up by being there because I was trying to hold it together. I was trying to help everybody. But when I left, things happened. Things I'd been praying about for years started to happen. They weren't all good. Some were good and some were bad. But the whole time I kept wondering if I should go back to California. But I realized, no. I'm where I'm supposed to be. They're where they're supposed to be. If I enter back in, I'm going to enter right back into where I was when I left. And I'm going to stop the work. I didn't realize that me not trusting God with them was holding them back from making their own decisions. I had to let them go. But when you have to let go and you have to trust that things are beyond your control and you have to wait, that makes everybody very uncomfortable. That's when we want to run. Or we want to fix it. But can we have our heart ready to fight, yet wait on the Lord? That's the question.